A cowboy was going down the road when he got stopped for speeding. As the trooper was standing there writing his ticket, a couple of flies started circling around his head. It was driving the trooper crazy, and he kept swatting at him. The cowboy looked at him and said, "Is flies bothering you?" Trooper said, "Yes, they are." Cowboy said, "Well, back on the ranch, we call those circle flies." Trooper said, "What are circle flies?" The cowboy tells him, "Well, they're the flies that go circling around a horse's rear end." Trooper thinks about it for a second and says, "Wait a second, are you calling me a horse's ass?" Cowboy says, "No, I would never disrespect law enforcement like that. It's hard to fool them flies, though."
Well, Mets, thanks for joining us on a very, very short night, the flight from Vegas to Denver. And it was a promising start in Vegas on Thursday night with the Jackets putting a two-burger up in the first 10 minutes of that first period. Third period's been the bugaboo for much of the season, but we didn't even get to the third period Thursday night before that bugaboo arrived.
That's exactly right. I mean, a very strong start. They score the first two goals of the game. Things are looking pretty good, but I'll tell you what, there's so much talent on this Vegas Golden Knights team that they just poured it on in the second period. And when they did, and when they built themselves a lead, it was very difficult for the Blue Jackets to come back. It's always tough against a team like that, especially a team that's so defensive-minded, to come back, and the Jackets just weren't able to get the equalizer.
They just put the lockdown on them in the second and most of the third period.
And you heard Jody talk about it through most of the game, how effective they are with their sticks, how much they clog up the area right in front of the goal and really make it difficult for the Jackets to sustain any pressure. And that's what they needed last night to get back into it.
So, Dave, if you're Dean Evison, what do? This team is in a tailspin.
Well, I mean, you have to stay the course as best you can and realize that, there's a little bit of a patchwork lineup going on right now with all the injuries and whatnot, and try to figure out a way. They've got a very tall order facing them tomorrow afternoon against Colorado.
Wow.
And it's going to be a tough team to try to get healthy against. But if they do, man, that'll be a big momentum boost for this team.
I mean, I'm looking at Colorado's record, 32-4, 18-0-2 at home, leading the league in goals scored and goals against. I mean, this is a chainsaw of a team.
No kidding. And they won last night 8-2. So they're tuning up for the Blue Jackets' arrival in Denver. Let's hope that the Blue Jackets can turn some heads and pull a big surprise.
As we always ask you, before we let you go, Mets, by the way, it was great catching up with you yesterday in person. Tell us something we don't know.
Here's something I didn't know until I saw you at morning skate yesterday. Woody these guys are always happy to see you show up at Blue Jackets morning skate. Jody, Shelley, and the crew, always very happy to see you.
It was fun, man. It really was like old home week. Well, Dave, have an enjoyable day in Denver. I know you like to hike, and we'll catch up next week with another Blue Jackets report.
That sounds great, Woody.